Everyone. Thanks, Jen. What a great conversation. We're following up here with, really excited to have Ariel Stern as Associate Professor at Harvard Business School. We're going to kind of dive deep onto the business case behind inclusive design. So with that, Ariel, could you please introduce yourself?
Wonderful. Yes. Thanks so much, Jeanne. It's great to be here. It's great to be with everyone today and among friends from Dime and beyond. My name is Ariel Stern. I am an associate professor at Harvard Business School. I'm also a visiting scholar at the Hasso Plattner Institute in Potsdam, Germany, in their Digital Health Center. My research very broadly is around new technologies in healthcare and the economics and management thereof. When people ask me what I do, I say that I study healthcare technologies that we didn't have last century, and therefore we need to figure out how to manage them, how to pay for them, and how to bring them to market. A lot of my work these days is in digital health, and I'm excited to be part of this conversation today and help us all move the ball forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Let's start here. So you are one of the leading healthcare economists, particularly when it comes to digital health innovation. And in your work, you've evaluated a lot of aspects of this healthcare innovation, from EHRs to digital therapeutics, to evaluate like what's happening, right? What its impact is, and then what its potential is. And that's really what we're here today about, and everyone in DATAcc is about. What is the great promise? But let's be honest here, right? Innovation takes not only time, but it also takes money. And we've spoken a lot already about incentives. How do you think about incentives in driving this field forward?
Yeah, it's a wonderful question. And, of course, part of me, my background's in healthcare economics. I have to sort of put on my cynical economist hat. Look, we could, incentives matter. We could fill libraries with high quality, not just economic research, but health economic research that show us examples of this. We know, reimbursement matters. We know incentives for new product development matter in pharma and in medical devices. And such incentives really, they take different forms. You could, lower the cost of a certain activity or increase the benefits or the returns of doing so. And we know in other healthcare product areas, like forget even the rest of healthcare, focus just on healthcare products. We know that these things matter. We know that by giving folks more information, by somehow lowering R&D costs, and just changing the landscape in which firms are asked to innovate, that we actually see changes in innovative behavior. Similarly, we know when there's a market for something on the back end, that we get more innovation. Some of the other work that I've done with Dime has actually highlighted the new reimbursement pathway for digital health apps in Germany, where we now have in Germany over 30 prescribable and fully reimbursed digital health apps on the market. So, policy incentives matter, reimbursement matters. I think, the exciting opportunities that we face today and that we face with new products is that we have a chance to rethink what do incentives mean in this context. With existing product categories, we've sort of inherited a world from the last century where we have our institutions for payment. We have our institutions, we know how to develop small molecule drugs, and we kind of go about it the same way every time. Of course, there are opportunities to use digital tools to make those processes more patient friendly and more inclusive, but the frameworks already exist. I think what's really exciting as we move into digital measurement is we have all of these opportunities now to think about new innovation processes that haven't existed for a long time, and therefore might actually be more flexible than they have been in the past. And also we have opportunities to actually layer these new tools on top of existing infrastructures and actually say, hey, look, here's a neat add-on. I think that all of these are huge opportunities for us. And I think, from the health economist perspective, it's really about what can we design that actually changes the innovation landscape for the folks who are doing the innovation, whether those innovations are coming out of university laboratories or private companies or nonprofit organizations. What is it that we can do to change either the costs of doing a certain type of innovation or the rewards and the payouts of doing that? And I think there's a real opportunity here, and you're going to tell us more about that, I believe, shortly.
Yeah.